How does fiscal policy influence macroeconomic equilibrium? Have you ever wondered how government spending and taxes can shape the economy? Fiscal policy plays a key role in determining macroeconomic equilibrium. This equilibrium occurs when aggregate demand equals aggregate supply, setting the stage for the economy's output and price levels. Let's break down how this works. Fiscal policy is all about government decisions on spending and taxation. When the government adjusts these, it impacts aggregate demand, which includes government spending, consumption, investment, and net exports. The national income identity shows that gross domestic product equals consumption plus investment plus government spending plus net exports. When the government adopts expansionary fiscal policy, it boosts aggregate demand. This can happen through increased government spending or tax cuts. For instance, when the government spends more, it directly raises government spending in the aggregate demand equation. Tax cuts increase disposable income, leading to higher consumption and potentially more investment. This shift in aggregate demand can raise equilibrium output and price levels, especially during economic downturns, helping to lower unemployment. On the flip side, contractionary fiscal policy reduces aggregate demand. This occurs when the government cuts spending or raises taxes. Reduced government spending leads to lower consumption and investment, shifting the aggregate demand curve inward. This results in lower output and price levels, which can help control inflation when the economy is growing too quickly. The relationship between fiscal policy and aggregate supply is also important. While fiscal policy mainly affects aggregate demand, long-term growth relies on shifts in aggregate supply. These shifts can occur due to improvements in resources, technology, and productivity. Fiscal policy can indirectly influence aggregate supply by encouraging investment in capital and infrastructure. Fiscal policy also interacts with macroeconomic equilibrium through feedback mechanisms. For example, increased government spending funded by borrowing can lead to higher interest rates, which may crowd out private investment. This can offset some of the initial increase in aggregate demand. Additionally, fiscal policy can impact asset markets and exchange rates, which in turn affect net exports and investment. In summary, fiscal policy significantly influences macroeconomic equilibrium by shifting aggregate demand. Expansionary fiscal policy stimulates economic growth and reduces unemployment, while contractionary fiscal policy helps control inflation. The overall impact depends on the timing, size, and nature of fiscal actions, along with interactions with other economic factors. Understanding this relationship can help us grasp how government decisions shape our economy.